Investing during a falling market sounds crazy, and it probably is. But is it something you should be considering, especially as the market really isn't much different now, in my eyes, to what it was pre-coronavirus? In this video, we're going to go through some significant things to think about and what you should be doing with your next steps. So if you are new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell. I would hate for you to miss out on some future videos, and it'll make sure that you get to watch everything I put up. And if you haven't already checked it out, have a look at my previous video about the UK market crash and my anticipation of what's going to happen, and then come back and watch this video with me. So we are now at the tail end of the COVID-19 crisis. Things are starting to come back to some sort of normality, and people are looking for the next steps, whether it be moving house or whatever it may be. Now, recession is kind of going to be imminent. The Bank of England chairman anticipates a 14% drop in the economy, which is a significant factor. As a result, house prices are likely to drop. Now, obviously, depending where in the country you are, has a different impact on the property drop you're going to experience. I know for me personally, I mentioned in previous videos, I've just bought my first home, and the drop for me in this area isn't too major right now. The market is pretty buoyant, and agents have been discussing with me how they're so busy, selling sort of 40-50 properties in just one office alone in a small town. So it really just differs where you are in the country, I believe. A full recovery of any market probably won't happen until the job market starts to stabilise and gain some traction and get back to where it was before coronavirus. And that could take anything from 2 to 3 years. Of course, it's anyone's guess as to how long it really will take, but until that is in place and it's making some progress and gains, everything else is going to really struggle to pick up. Of course, with a poor job market, it's going to really wipe out essentially the bottom of the housing market. First-time buyers aren't going to be coming through at the same pace they once were. And without that new market entering at the bottom, it's going to have a ripple effect further up the chain. So people looking to buy their second home, third, fourth homes, it's going to really impact them. And the progression of sales and the chains are really going to sort of start to slow down and wind down, which is obviously going to contribute towards to reducing prices. So buying a property now, of course, the last thing you want to do is to have a loss. You don't want to buy it at £200,000 today, it'd be worth £170,000 in a year's time. So if you are looking to invest today, what are some of the things that you should be considering before you do anything with your money? So step 1, you should be generating positive cash flow as near to day one as you possibly can. You don't want to be investing tens and tens of thousands of pounds of your hard-earned cash into a property in terms of renovations or whatever, because really, if the market drops, you're going to lose all that growth. You want something which from today you can start to make some gains on, whether it be rental, whether it be buying something at a significant discount and then selling it back on at the normal market rate. They're the kind of things you're looking for right now. If you are using cash, you want to make sure you are using the minimal amount you possibly can. Cash is king, and once it's gone, it's gone. And having that cash in the bank really puts you in a good position to buy other things in the future as and when opportunities arise. If the money's all tied up in one project, it's going to make that very difficult to move forward. And if anything goes wrong with that property or that project, it's really going to hamper your chances of progressing with the next projects in the future. So when buying any property, just make sure you make really careful and well thought out decisions, and any offers you put forward to any vendors are really planned meticulously. You want to make sure you go in at a perfect offer, and it gives you scope and room to do what you need to do to make a return on your investment. Third step is to maximise your ROI, or your return on your investment. And the best thing to do here is just research. Do as much as you can to make sure you understand the market you're getting into and what you have to do and what it's going to cost to get those results. Many people would say a 40% return on investment is where you need to be thinking, where you need to be aiming. For me, that's really unachievable. To do anything and return a 40% return, it's just I can't imagine how you'd even do that. So for me, I aim for a 20% return. I've just bought this new property. I bought it about 2.5 months ago, and we've spent around £20,000 on the property. Now the actual value is about £277,000, so all in all, we're just under £300,000. This was valued yesterday by 3 separate agents at £365,000, which has given me a really healthy, significant profit, around 20%, and that's going to help me to move forward and do another project. Anything over 20%, as you can tell from that figure just was going through a second ago, I can start to understand how it works. 20% is great. Anything below that it's going to be quite tight moving on to your next property, especially in terms of having fees and everything else you've got to pay for the estate agents, your stamp duty involved. You need a healthy, significant pot, and 20% would give you that. So if you're not ready to invest right now, just wait. Wait for 12 months. The market isn't going anywhere. It's not going to hurt. Don't be afraid of missing out. Nobody can predict what is going to happen in the next 6 months, 12 months, whatever. So you may feel like you're missing out on buying something today if the market is going to recover, but it could drop and reduce. Nobody knows, and you can't live like that. You have to just make really informed decisions. As long as you're buying something at a careful price and you've made your research counts and you've worked out the sums, you can't really go far wrong. If there is a 2 to 5% drop in the property market, which is kind of where I'm expecting it to be, then really, as long as you're buying it at the right price to begin with, you're safe. People are banding around prices of like a 20 to 30% reduction in the housing market, which to me I just can't see happening. It doesn't seem realistic. If that did happen, I would expect it to recover fairly quickly. And post COVID-19, don't be too scared to make a purchase or dip your toe into the property market. Before coronavirus even happened, the market was far from perfect. The economy was propped up by artificially low interest rates, there was humongous debt in the country, and there was huge taxation on landlords. So the market was far from ideal, and people still made it work. This whole coronavirus scaremongering tactic, for me, is something that as long as you do your research, you should really just not pay too much attention to it. The market is always up and down, the economy is always up and down. You really just need to focus on what you're doing and make your money count. So that's all from me today, guys. It was quite a short and sweet video just to give you a brief understanding of what you should be thinking about before buying any properties during this market right now. If you like what you watched, please hit the like button and subscribe. Again, comment if you have any feedback or any suggestions for a future video, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye guys.